contrast paints, army paint or speed paints. Regardless of which side of the war you're going to be on, you need more than just slapping on paint to make really nice miniatures. And in this video, we're going to show you 5 ways that you can improve your contrast or speed paint game. I'm Sam, this is the basic brush, and let's get on with it. The first thing we're going to do is zenithally prime our models. The idea of this is to have a high contrast in your model, creating a bright white light at the top and a darker shadow down the bottom. If you want to know more information about zenithal highlighting, how you can do it with brushes, rattle cans, or even an airbrush, check out my video after you finish watching this one, of course. The main idea is going to be to have the bright white colour at the top, and on there we're going to place the majority of our colour. We're going to put our contrast paint over the top of this area and then drag the paint down into the dark areas. This has 2 effects. Firstly, the white will make that colour really bright and stand out. Whereas when we drag the colour down, this is going to lead less paint, which makes it even more transparent in the dark areas, making our colours sort of ruddy. In this case, a darkish red to represent the lower parts of the body, which have less light on them. As you can see on this model, it gives a wonderful gradient that really ups the interest on the model. The next thing we want to have a go at is what I tend to refer to as underpainting. Putting a colour underneath your contrast paint before you actually put another colour on top. Why is this useful? Well, if we take this model, I can put this dark purple in all of the crevices, the areas where the blood is going to gather on this model naturally. The purple is going to act as a shadow. Combining with our zenithal highlight, this is going to give some real visual interest. The model is no longer going to be a single colour of blue, even if that blue looked nice with a gradient. It's now going to be a blue with a more purpley colour. This is a really easy way of adding interest to your model. We can also do this in reverse. Knowing that whatever colour we put on first will be the more important one, make sure that you take that into account when you're painting your model. Take your brighter colour, in this case I'm going with the yellow, and apply it first to the areas you want to be yellow. Then go in with your secondary colour, in this case a red, and paint that in all the sections you haven't already done. Where I find the 2 colours meet, I'm going to paint these together in a circular motion. Because contrast paints and speed paints take longer to dry, it allows you to blend them together. Here where the 2 colours meet, I'm going to end up with a nice rich orange leading into my yellow colour, or vice versa, my bright yellow working its way through those orange tones down into the red. A really quick, easy way of doing blending requires no double brushing method or no real experience. Of course, for those of you that have huge backlogs that want to get lots done, you'll already know about the airbrush. Both speed paints and contrast paints are beautiful through the airbrush. Their high level of pigmentation combined with their more liquidy appeal than say other traditional paints make them an absolute dream to spray on. Put them in your airbrush, spray away in thin coats, remember to let it dry, and as I said, be careful if you're using something like a hairdryer. As the paint takes longer to dry, this can often lead to weird patterns if you're airbrushing too close. Finally, consider combining these paints with other things. Here I've combined it with a varnish. Combining it with varnish gives it a shiny texture, which will make my contrast paint look like blood or like maybe Nurgle's ooze. This can be really effective on your models without having to buy another product to add to your arsenal. Here I've taken the red blood contrast, combined it with varnish, and I'm flicking it on with a brush. Using 2 different sizes of brush means that I get different size of blood splatter, which can look more realistic on my models. And there you have it, 5 techniques that can really boost your game whilst using the simplicity of contrast or speed paints. If you found this useful, give us a like, leave in the comments below how you plan on using this, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other great hobby tips. I've been Sam, this is The Basic Brush, thank you for watching.